measurement tools and statistical techniques we have to understand. Broadly, we will see that what is the concept of statistics in the auditing, and how we will choose a sample from the total population, because it's not possible for an auditor to take, if you have 100,000 invoices, so you can check all that the quotation is properly approved, signed by the sales manager, then confirmation has been issued, PO has been received from the client, when you send delivery, so you send delivery note with a sale invoice, delivery note has arrived back with the signatures of the recipients. So for 100,000 invoices you cannot check. So what you have to do is you have to take a sample of it. This is sampling. Now how to make a sample, it can be a random sample. You go in the office, you see, okay, give me this file. This is random. Then you say, okay, give me any invoice between 1,000 to 2,000 number, and from say 60,000 to 62,000. This is, you have a logic, even, odd numbers, any kind of. Then you can say, okay, show me all invoices of, African countries. Show me all invoices of European countries. This is cluster, right? The group, the segment, on which you do it. So a lot of methods are there. Attribute sampling is more into subjective. Attribute is, we discuss attribute standards, that we should be honest, integrity, respectful, due professional care, all that. Based on that, this is attribute sampling. That we will took the sample based on certain attributes, which will be qualitative in nature, which we will discuss. Variable sampling is classical technique, then variable sampling, monetary unit technique, what is that, we will discuss. Selecting the sampling method, like, in which position, which situation, which method is more appropriate for you. You have to, choose a method. Process control techniques, we will discuss how to, once we define the process. This is related to same controls that we already discussed. Regression and correlation. Correlation, co is a Latin word, means two, relation of two variables. So suppose, we know that accounts works on double entry systems. So whatever sale is, it will create a receivable, or the second effect, it will be a cash sales. So it will affect the inventory, it will affect the sales. There are common relations. So if you see from this angle, the other angle should always be matching with that, right? That's why we use analytical process. We link variables like sales versus gross profit, net profit versus ratio of stock turnover, all that what we calculate, we link it. So it shows us a relation of the variables. So by using this correlation techniques, we make sure that the indicators of risk assessment control, they are going in a same direction or in the opposite direction, or there is no direction link in between. Regression is a word from regress. Regress is that when we try to make things in a linear relation, means in a state relations, so we define one equation called y is equal to a plus bx, that is least square method. What is a, what is b, what is x, what is y, this is I will discuss with you shortly. Let's start the discussion. Auditor must draw conclusion about population. What is population? Population means the total set of information and records. Means all record is population. In statistical word we use population. If you are talking about a country population, then this is full all men, women, babies, all this, old, young, this will be. So this is the population. Auditor must draw conclusion about population, invoices, account receivables. Population distribution for audit purpose, we have to, population is associated with the variable of interest to the auditor. Then you have to make a distribution. Like in starts we make frequency distribution, how many of this age to this age, fall are, high school passed. So we make one distribution about that. Measure of central tendency. Okay, what is central tendency? This is, we have to see the tendency of the behavior, because we are auditors and we have to see that most of the things reveal where is the, the gravity in physics. We know there is some gravity which is, which, that's why we fell on the floor, because there is a force in the earth that is catching towards it, that is gravity, right? Center of force. Same way we have to see what is the center of the sort of information, like what is the trend analysis, means average. For example, we have good quality invoices, we have bad quality invoices, so we make an average estimation. That okay, 50% is good, 50% is bad. This is called central tendency, the shape, height and width of the population curve. Like means how the population, means how the data is kept into height, width. In stats language it's okay, but in auditing language you should see like, the height means what, shape means data is properly organized, what is the density of information, how complex it is, how it is being spread over different records, So we have to we have to calculate the mean. Mean is the average. Mode, medium is between, and one is the mode, that is the most repeated value in the information, right? So if you see one sale invoice, there is one customer and its sale invoice is very good and it is repeatedly doing on. So the mode, you have to use the concept of mode. For medium, we check what is the middle tendency, and for the mean, that is an average, another name of average, that what is the average quality of the audited documents, the documents that we have, right? For example, like he gives the, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. So you add all that and divide it with the number of the units. So this will be the average, means that the center is around 45. Some values are plus minus above and down, right? But it is the gravity, the center, the average mean is there. Medium is the midpoint. Now he says midpoint between two central most population. So you rank them from smallest to highest and you see what is the middle value, right? Here it is the middle value because this is total population is 8, so 4 is the middle, right? So you took this and this divided by 2, so the average medium is 47, means the middle value is 47,800. Some students are taking 100%, some are taking 60%, some are 80%. We want to know that what is the average IQ level of the full class. So either we have to calculate a mean, we will take all the marks divided with the number of students. Medium, we will arrange the marks into a order and we'll take the middle two values divided by 2, it will become the average. And most frequent value in population, means which is more repeated, is the mode. You can see 52,000 1 time, 2 time. This is the only value which is repeated 2 times. So this is the most recurring value, that is called mode.